Hey, hey, hey. I hope you guys enjoy these, what I'm calling podcast shorts for my Burnout to All Out community. This is just a little peek behind the curtain of the coaching that goes on inside of my programs. We're bringing to you some of the best nuggets and coaching I'm giving within hot seats of all of our different programs, whether it's our LinkedIn Method Academy, our mini mastermind business basics, all the way up to our higher level mastermind. If you're hearing some of these questions and you're like, man, I wish I could get my burning question answered by Melissa. Hey, guess what? You could be featured on my podcast. If you've got a question that you want answered and you submit it to my team and we pick it, we will bring you here to the podcast for our podcast shorts and do a hot seat with you. Where can you submit your questions? Send them to teamburnouttooallout.co. We'll make sure we drop that in the show notes for our podcast shorts. And I hope that you guys find as much value in these shorts as our clients do inside the program. Need some effective tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in. Stacia, you have a question, my friend.
I do. Since you were talking about this, I wanted your thoughts about, all right, so I did not start my business, right? My father did. I know the energy about that, but that was 49 years ago. So are your thoughts about, because I believe that whole energy at the beginning, how was it established and all those things? So I'm curious about your thoughts on what perspective should I perhaps take that consideration from?
Yeah.
Right? Should I take it from the consideration of when I took over the business? Should I take it from the consideration of the move of the business, which was essentially a reboot? You know what I'm saying?
I fully believe that each year I still approach each new business year with a fresh lens and like a blank canvas. That's why I say really, this is going to take some time to, again, look back over the last 40 plus years that the organization has been running and do the old classic pros and cons of what's really serving the company and what's not. What do you enjoy energetically? What do you not? And this is your chance to reboot. But I think that what's going to help is taking a step further back from that and really getting clear on your intention next year, right? A great book I go back to every year, I take it with me on my little mountain retreat, is Traction. And it's so funny because the first year I read that book, I remember looking at the org chart and building your mission and all these things and all the roles and responsibilities in your company. And it was like me and Jackie. And I was like, that'll never be me. I just buzzed through it. I know for me, it hasn't actually been business strategy per se over the last 2 to 3 years that's created the accelerated hypergrowth of my company. If you've been following me for quite some time, as a matter of fact, you would know that I still sell the same things I've always sold, and I'm running the same sales strategy I've always run. So what have I done to create the capacity to hold more and call in more? My friends, it is the inner work that most entrepreneurs aren't willing to do and don't recognize as one of the most important assets in business. Bodies build businesses, my friends. Learning how to manage my stress in a healthy way, learning how to move through uncharted territory and find intuitive downloads and trust my gut to make the right decisions have been some of the critical components to success over the past couple of years. Another area that's been super critical for me has been being able to tap in and get into creative flow state. I call this rocket fuel. My friends, I am collaborating with one of my dearest friends and mentors, Sam Harper. For the first time ever, we are launching this program together called the Modern Entrepreneur, where we are supporting business owners in the mind, body, spirituality, and energetics of what it truly takes to be successful in the entrepreneurial realm. There is loads and loads of information on strategies to grow your business for entrepreneurs. But what is lacking in the industry is the emotional support that entrepreneurs need to be resilient and succeed in operating in an unknown space day over day and do it healthily in a way that allows them to have the capacity to hold what they are calling in. So, my friends, some of you are listening to this and you're like, oh, I don't need that mindset work. I don't need that energy work. I am here to tell you my clients who have grown exponentially this year all have given me feedback that it's the inner work that we've offered in our first version of Modern Entrepreneur that surprisingly was the rocket fuel to their success. So my friends, the doors are open to the Modern Entrepreneur right now. It pairs beautifully with any business coaching program you are a part of. We will be working with you twice a month. Once will be an actual workshop where you're learning tools and skill sets to become the self-regulated entrepreneur that is needed to succeed in this industry. The other call per month is an integration call with Sam. We call it Ask Sam Anything for hot seats and coaching to navigate uncharted territory in the realm of entrepreneurship where bodies build businesses. Guys, seats are filling up fast. I encourage you to check it out. There's also a live event component that you can add. Come hang out with us live. Spend some time with us in North Carolina and in Miami. There's 2 live events where we can meet you face to face and work with you in person. My friends, I hope to see you on the other side. And now it's like my Bible, right? So I think that it just gives really great foundation. And then for you, Stacia, I think the book Traction would be great for you to just go back and question everything, because just because this is the way we always did it doesn't mean this is the way we always have to. There's also Rocket Fuel, which is by the same author.
Okay, thank you.
I think that, Stacia, it's a great chance to level set, or we talked about their seasons in business too, where sometimes this is where intention is important for the year, right? 2 years ago, my intention was, I don't need to make another dollar right now. I need to really really recalibrate why I got into entrepreneurship in the first place. And so I was giving the analogy yesterday that it was more like I wanted to just stay at base camp that year. And that was at base camp, I wanted to fine tune what I was doing in my business, but I wasn't ready to climb the next mountain that year. That year was not about these huge audacious goals and like making radical changes and driving hard, right? Whereas this year has been very different, right? We made radical changes and huge investments, and it was kind of a Mount Everest year of work. And I went into it with 100% intention of that. And that's okay, as long as you're okay with it. The key is to make sure before you go into the year, you're really clear on purpose and vision and why and what you're doing. And then you can reverse engineer all of it. So do you really want a Mount Everest year that year? Or do you want a base camp year or something in between? What can happen is, because we're entrepreneurs and we're innately, as entrepreneurs, we're just sponges. Like we innately just want to learn everything, right? But the problem is if we don't have a practice to stop, process, and then move forward to come up with your own version of it, we're just constantly in action, chasing what everybody's telling us to do without a concrete practice of stopping, getting still, and taking time, whatever that looks like for you, to process, to journal, to think through all the cards that are on the table.
Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285. Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. Cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.